Hello, we're live at 100.7, the kickoff stadium. I'm here with Kieran and Brendan, my co-hosts, and we are at GAHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. What do y'all think about the first game of the season?
Very excited for the first game of the season. The Detroit Lions coming off a okay draft. Drafting Jahmyr Gibbs was definitely a questionable pick. But with guys like Jared Goff returning, the sky's the limit for them this year.
Honestly, regarding their draft, I thought their first two picks were. I don't like their first two picks so much. Jahmyr Gibbs, I thought, was probably my least favorite pick of the first round. But given their subsequent trade of DeAndre Swift, it makes a little more sense in retrospect. Jack Campbell is a player I liked, but I didn't think he was necessarily worth taking at pick 18. But I thought, he's a good player. He should certainly help their defense a lot. And then I love the selections of Brian Branch and Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta especially. Ironically, taking another Iowa tight end to replace the Iowa tight end they lost this past season, T.J. Hawkinson, and I think Laporta should fill in nicely. And Branch is part of a few moves they made to really boost up their secondary. They signed Cam Sutton, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Manuel Mosley, and drafted Branch. I think they should be much improved in that regard.
I mean, yeah, the Lions seem to always be drafting a young core and keeping to that, new, fresh look on the field. I mean, what do you think of that versus what the Chiefs are doing, keeping more veteran players and signing some hidden gems in free agency?
For me, the Chiefs need to just keep doing what they're doing. They have three Super Bowl appearances in the last 4 years, winning 2 of those, and having all these veteran players, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes now, there's no reason they should stop doing what they're currently doing.
I agree, and I think that they didn't have too many draft picks, but they did pretty well with the draft picks. Drafting Felix Anizike, Ojuma, their first-round pick, and Rashee Rice, their second-round pick, getting another weapon for Patrick Mahomes because, besides Travis Kelce, his receivers are not so great. But as you said, they really do have a winning formula right now, and I don't think they need to mess with it.
Yeah, I mean, how do you think the game is going to play out? Do you think it's going to be more defensive, more of a flashy offensive game? What are your thoughts on that?
I think this is easily going to be an offensive first game because the Lions were among the highest scoring offenses, as were the Chiefs. Obviously, the Chiefs are the best quarterback in the league, and Jared Goff, I think, is a top 10 quarterback in the league. Two very dynamic offenses. This should be a shootout.
Yeah, this game's going to be highly offensive, probably somewhere in the 40 point combined range, something like 21-17-ish. Very close game and very fundamentally sound game as well.
I see this being kind of like a 38-35 type of game here. I think to start off the season, I feel like both offenses are going to be locked and loaded, and I see both teams putting up a lot of points.
All right, well, it seems we're out of time. This was 100.7, the kickoff. Thank you to my co-hosts, Kieran and Brandon. That is all.